I was going to record something at the end of the weekend, basically talking about what my weekend was like, but plans didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped. And the big takeaway message from this weekend was check the rail company websites to see whether there are any planned closures for that time period. I only discovered, well, pretty much as I was buying the ticket to visit a friend out in Essex, that there was going to be a rail replacement bus service for a chunk of the travel. Okay, whatever. It wasn't too bad. It took about 2 hours to get out to his place as opposed to the normal one, but these things happen. Came back, or left to come back, in plenty of time so that I could get into London, get across London, hop a train out to Aylesbury, not a problem. And then things started to go a little bit wrong in Billericay when the bus driver turned the wrong way out of the station, went the wrong way down a road. Okay, it happens. Being in a bus doing a 3-point turn, and it's a double-decker bus on a narrow road at night, was an interesting experience, but not a problem. And we got to the station. That was fine. And then a while later, somebody realised that we were heading back into Billericay, because it turns out that the bus driver was lost. Four and a half hours from Essex to Aylesbury. To be fair, that probably would have only been 3.5, which isn't too bad, had the driver not gotten lost for just long enough that I missed the train out to Aylesbury, had to hang around at the station for an hour, catch the next one. So yeah, transport shenanigans were a thing. The friend did ask whether I sort of had regretted heading out in the first place. Realistically, my only regret was not checking the timetable, because I could have just gone out of Fenchurch Street to Southend and then taken the line up, as it were. Still, it was a fun weekend, and yeah, that was a new one on me. The rail replacement bus driver getting lost. I mean, the rail works had been in place since months ago. You'd think they'd know at that point, but maybe he was new. In other news, also transport related, you can see there's a theme going on here. The roads of England are very slightly less safe because I now have my UK driver's licence. Took like a week to get, which I was expecting like 3 weeks to a month. I'm limited to only driving automatic vehicles because proving to the British authorities that I can drive a manual is tricky. Lots of people on the Kiwis in London Facebook group have tried and failed, and a lot of it comes down to the specific wording of whoever writes the letter that you request from the New Zealand authorities. I decided I really couldn't be bothered with that, and let's just get the document. So I can drive automatic cars, I can drive a moped, and interestingly enough, I can drive a fully fledged motorbike as long as it's a 3-wheeler. I wonder if you can rent those, just for the experience of it. Billy Connolly seemed to have a lot of fun with his when he was touring around Australia. So, that more or less covers my weekend.